1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear me? I don't see it. Here is a chat. Hello! Hello everyone! One, two, three. Let me check. Is it working or not? But I expect it's working and I am on the air. Oh, hello everyone. Yes, I am on the air. Okay, hello everyone. It's our regular Thursday live stream and I am Dmitry Gerasimov. That's a Cellframe Thursday live stream with me. We are Cell, we are here. Let's begin. First, let's start from some kind of report about the last week, what we did the last week. Last week was generally calm. We are preparing for testnet 2 launch. Marketing team was working with YouTube influencers and new directions of promotion. Some kind of promotion in real world, not only in internet. But right now we are focused on production of more content for YouTube. We did a lot of animations already. It take more time than we have expected, unfortunately, but we did amazing job. We still continue. I hope the next week will show you something. And this is and what else? Most important, we still haven't settled in our new office. But we are in the process. So that was the most important things. Testnet 2 and all preparations before this. That's also important. We have started to work with our new bridge. It's a bridge between Cell and native protocol. No, not between Cell. That's for Cell, between Ethereum or BSC, and native protocols. First, it will work with Ropsten and BSC testnet. So it will be test tokens. We are planning to make airdrops maybe in 2 weeks from now. Not sure how quickly, maybe a little more. And the test cell tokens will be airdropped for everybody who hold real cells. And then you could test it with testnet 2 to send to the bridge, obtain it, and try to use for some tests. Just send somebody, receive, maybe pay for some services, maybe try some delegations as a single token staking that I was talking about. So we are moving to this direction. That's our now first focus. Before was our main goal, main focus for marketing and promotion. Now we have formed this team, and soon you'll see the really booming videos and texts. Maybe something else. Just don't want to disclose everything that we are preparing. But believe me, we're preparing a lot of promotion things. So that's, I see, generally we solved these issues, and now we switch back more on development. We are going to. By the way, we have released Cellframe dashboard for Windows, macOS, and Linux. So we now are present on all the most important desktop platforms. It's generally usable. How to say it? You could use it. For just you need some test tokens. If somebody want to help us with quality accounting or just try with Cellframe dashboard, you could write in our development Telegram group and ask for some test tokens inside testnet 2 when we launch. About testnet 2, when it will be launched. We have planned to run it tomorrow, but looks it's shifted on Monday. Not everything is finished for this. Few important features still in work. Sorry, we shifted a little more, but not more than Monday or maybe Tuesday. I believe I want to finish it at Sunday and mint first blocks for testnet 2 at Sunday or Saturday when I will finish this. This things requires my personal involvement because I am still only the person who holds all these things together and realize them. Don't know how to say it. Okay, don't mind. I need to be involved personally and I'll do it. Okay, that's short brief from my side. Now let's switch on your questions that you have sent to us. We have collected them in one big pretty table, and now I'll go through it. Let's start. Okay. Telegram user GGD Gains asking, I guess scale were always going to be the first cell chain. You can tell by now the partnership was announced. Will there be more than one project bidding for the next slot? Also, when do you think the marketing world will start to spend? Okay, first, yes, I believe there will be more projects, just projects that I have announced before. They are still not ready, and they in such unready state that I cannot approve them. Sorry, I have. It's now problem not personal my organization, but organization of other people. I remember that I have also promised to finish some kind of video tutorials, more documentations, and it's practically done. If we are talking about documentation, you could find it on wiki.cellframe.net. Unfortunately, it's still not produced the development community. We still haven't formatted. Anyway, we are working in this direction. We're working in a lot of directions, but we are forming this community. Just need some time. I have heard about few people that still preparing for their own projects. Maybe you have heard from somebody about somebody who purchased 25,000 of cells. That should be enough for cell slot. So somebody is preparing for this, I believe. Anyway, if we have no more projects, we could work ever with one project for now. No, you could bid it, and it will look like some kind of. No, it's not pre-sale because you don't lose your cells when you bid. Airdrop, how to say it? Airdrop, IDO, I don't know. Anyway, it's already working, and I'm waiting for the more projects. By the way, they could apply ever for ongoing auction and join it ever it's already started. When it will be over, will be started another auction, no problems with it, and then another. Also, when do you think the marketing wallet will start to be spent? We already started to spend it. There were 2 transactions to our published company wallet, maybe you have seen it. And we have started to spend. By the way, if you want to track our spends, just check this wallet address not in BSC but in Ethereum, because usually we pay for people through ERC20. So these spends I have exchanged on Ethereum network. and you could track it. I am trying to be as transparent as possible. Okay, I think I could go to the next questions. That's question from TG handle Jiki Crypt. Hey Dmitry, new office looking super cool. Yes, I also like it. By the way, I have it's photo only of sales room and our studio. We also have another big room where most of our team will sit, and soon we'll make some more photos from our office. My question is, the auction site is too complex to understand. Why is the team using score value calculation? Is there any specific reasons for that? Score value calculations, it's some kind of representation of things that usually are inside of nutshell. We just when we run it, we haven't finished it UI, so it was on the cover. Next iteration, we'll hide it. Inside will be not only score and value, but it still will be shown. We'll show amounts, we show funds that are already locked, and other statistics. You could see our coming new UI at test.auction.cellframe.net. We did a big job during the last week, so UI is now looking different. You could see it right now on test subdomain of auction site. Soon we'll merge it in the main branch, and you'll see it in production. So the next, it's easy to understandable if our action site also have details like Kushama site has. Yes, it also planned to be in coming updates. So something about details of KSM auction site. Believe me, I have seen this site. Believe me, I have seen it. We'll try to explain all our rules, details, show it as much more user-friendly as it's possible. We are Cell, we are here. Yes, we are Cell, we are here. Is testnet 2 is ready? When launch? Nearest Monday, I believe. Maybe Sunday. Some few days is left. It's also from GK Crypt. So many questions from one user. Okay, we'll go to another your questions. For question about cross-chain bridge. If we put dot and commas, it doesn't work. Kindly fix this issue. I would just put reminder note for that. Okay, I will forward this request. By the way, we are preparing totally new bridges that will work based on our native protocols. So this that you see, it's intermediate thing. We'll replace it with something else, but we will fix this issue. Don't worry. Okay, the next question from the same user. Hey Dmitry, hey again. Why mail inbox was always full? Business at cellframe.net. That's the problem, because this email belongs to MM team, and they are moving right now. They had direct access for our medias before. Right now they are moving this access for us. We are now directly work with Medium, with TG, with Twitter and etc. And left few things that's still not moved. Moved domain, we have direct access for Cellframe domain, but we still have no access to email. Maybe we'll create another email for such purposes. Don't worry. It's some kind of organization chaos that we still have with the relation between teams. I have told about it a few weeks ago. We're working on this now. A lot of things going faster and faster. Just remember, first our goal is development. We need to deliver at 21 December. Sorry, tired a little for today. Okay, moving to the next question, and now it's a different user. Username Todd. Hello Todd. What is your plan to get traction to the auction? How will you get the respect that need to get partners that bid on your technology? Can you get us some confirmed details? And can you pull some strings through your contacts? Or is marketing and time's the way to go? Little not understand last two sentences, but generally I understand what you are talking about. Okay, about traction to the auction. As I told before, we working with documentation, we working with promotion, especially targeted on developers. As as one famous man singing it, developers. That's what we need, and we are working on this. Just it's unfortunately we cannot do it like this. It's long process. By the way, in our office we'll hire special men that will work directly with community building. Okay. Last week, by the way, we hired about 4 people. 3 developers. Okay, the next question from Trifecta 3131. What is the upper time limit for a candle auction to last? It's 2 weeks, could be. Because we set this up limit at moment when we configure how to say it, retroactive auction finishing. So it could be more than 2 weeks. I think it will be 3 weeks or something like this. Generally it's not limited. Sure, it can last until June 2023 or February 2034. Yes, it will not continue too long. If we are planning to push the button, I think then maybe next week or something like this soon. First auction will over soon, so if you want to bid it quicker. I have heard a few weeks, a few days, not few days exactly, not few days for sure, but this is really not documented anywhere. Sorry, we're still working with pro materials. It was mentioned, it's on our Cellframe site, it has an auction page, you could check it, a lot of information on this page. I am aware it can end early, but still would like a definite upper limit. It's nature of candle auction. You have no ideas when it's over. So you have motivation to bid as fast as possible and as more as possible. Okay, the next question from same user. I would be more inclined to contribute lock-up sell if I had auction rules that were better explained than a series of 4 quick tweaks. There is also Medium article, you could read it, but yes, our fault is we need to put this together on one side. We're working on this. Okay, when will auction process documentation be uploaded to the auction website so people understand the risk rewards better? Right, I agreed with you. It's currently a very basic site with little, no explanation, which is likely preventing investors from contributing self-local VPN. Unfortunately, you're right. where we do our best. Unfortunately, I told before, we have other focuses, but we look on test.execution.cellframe.net. You will see what's coming. This wallet has 1,425,000 cell token. Is the wallet under your control? Not under direct control, but it's under of agreement with me. Is the wallet gonna be transferred to Bibex? No, it's red line. If it will be transferred to Bibex, things are changed, but it's impossible. It's impossible. It's only third. What will this wallet be used to? It's already used for development. If you track this wallet and see what happens, every 2 weeks it sends 25,000 of cells to the Cellframe public company wallet. You could also track it, what happens next with these funds, and they go to development. You could see activity in our GitHub account, compare it with activity before September, and you could see it's growing on exponent. We hire more and more people. Last week 4 more people was hired. That's on what I spend in this monies. Can we lock part of this wallet with a periodic release twist and shell on Trust to Optim lock platform? It's already working good. You could see it. Everybody is interested in development, believe me. When is security audit is planned? Next month, the second part of the month. And is audit company changed? Thanks. Maybe you are talking about different audit. By the way, the previous question and this question was by Dan Boom user. Maybe you are talking about previous audit that was made for our token. It's a different one. For the security audit, we'll need different company. So because we need to audit our plain C code, it's different from Solidity. So we need different company, I believe. Next question, user B4SH_3R. I have 4 questions. Can Hedera or the Bitcoin network itself protect themselves from quantum attack if they join the Cellframe network? What does it mean, join? If we are talking about bridging, no. If we are talking about mirroring with implementation of connections with this mirroring, yes, but this need to have agreement with Bitcoin or Hedera community. By the way, I appreciate a lot both communities, especially Hedera. Hedera was one of our inspirations. By the way, we have the similar parachains based on DEC, directed acyclic graph, that help us to reduce requirements for validators. So we have no validators, we have service nodes. They have the similar things, but focus it not on validated Summers transactions, but focus it on providing the dedicated service. And with this, with help of the to obtain ability to provide the service, it should do some work for dedicated network, like transaction processing. By the way, transaction processing could be also kind of dedicated services, so possible to bring node and just process transaction. But I believe such kind of service will not be interesting for people just to process this transaction, because fee will be small. Also, every service provider should provide transaction processing as well. It's requirement. There will be another requirements like providing Git repository. So we are planning to have a dedicated, truly dedicated Git repositories, some kind of GitHub, but with blockchain inside. The next question from the same user: do you need smart contracts on Cellframe? What will replace smart contracts? It will be useful thing, but about 90% of tasks for smart contracts we are planning to do with conditional transactions. It's some kind of smart transactions, but made on lower level. Also, we are planning to have smart contracts as well. First, we run WASM based, then EVM based. Generally, we need it for interoperability with other blockchains. How do you plan to onboard Solidity devs? Not for now. Solidity implementation, or more correct, EVM implementation, we are planning on the next year, maybe maybe summer, around summer, maybe spring. I don't remember. We draw it roadmap. It's somewhere in roadmap on the next year. Not our first goals. Sorry. By the way, we are planning to implement in the beginning of the next year the WASM, and our first goal in smart contracts is to attract more substrate developers, to attract, for example, projects that they were going to the Polkadot or Kusama ecosystem, and maybe they lost in their auction, and we have some plans to suggest them to participate in our auctions as well. Okay, next, going to the next question. Why is it important or beneficial that Cellframe has access to hardware resources and no kernel is needed? We need kernel. We cannot work without kernel. Why we need direct access to hardware resources? We don't need same direct access like operation system kernel has. We just be lower than everybody else in our industry. Look on requirements for validators, for example in Cardano or Cosmos. Do you want to have the same requirements in Cellframe? No, we don't want. We want to make it able to work ever on Raspberry Pi. That's why we need to optimize it as much as possible. Next questions. Next question. Again, then boom. Boom. Could you explain your marketing strategy and Sheldra? Talked a little about before. We are focused on YouTube, then Twitter, then real world, then developers. Interoperability. Are you putting the quantum proof aspect or the parachain aspect as first selling point? Yes, quantum proof is a thing that most people understand easy enough. You have a threat, you have defeat, everything is simple. Parachains is a little more complicated for common folks, so we're more focused on service providing. Our three first aspects, our most important aspects, is quantum proof, is parachains, and the service oriented. But I think we'll talk more about quantum proof and service orientation. Second question: interoperability between blockchains is important. Yes. What are your plans about it, and which blockchains are your priorities? Our priority is Ethereum, and we started to make truly dedicated bridge. It will be set of small bridges, how we could imagine it. So we don't want to let somebody to steal funds from one big wallet. It will be broken by a lot of small wallets, and everyone could join to this bridge and bring up special bridge node. It's some kind of master node, but just providing service of exchanges between different blockchains. Then you deploy your smart contract, connect it with smart contract pool, and here we go. That's how I see it. First prototype with testnet we could see in about 2, maybe 3 weeks. We'll try to push it up, but it could take more. It could take about months. Don't know. We just started with this bridge. Anyway, we have had deadline 24 December as promised. Okay, the third question. Where do you want the Cellframe ecosystem to be in 8-20 months? I want to make it most popular ecosystem in all third generation blockchains. How do you want the Cellframe platform to be used within this whole crypto ecosystem? Your vision. We are planning to replace clouds with fogs. Fog is something based on users' computers. It's truly dedicated. It's one rank system, like every blockchain network, and it provides more security. It doesn't steal your private data, and that's the key. Anyway, my vision is that we need also to make it more user-friendly than cloud has. I think we should talk about this more sometime. Okay, the next question. BMW. Can we get a walkthrough of the auction process? Some questions. I'll try. First, are your tokens locked away for all leases you select? 1-8 equals 2 years locked. Right? Is this committed once you vote? Exactly. You voted, it's locked. Second question. If Cell tokens are committed as part of an auction, are your Cell tokens staked to get a portion of Cell revenue fees that the project uses on the chain, in addition to whatever rewards the project offers with the token? No. Cell, because we have no emission, we have no source to propose such rewards. So all rewards are from the project that participate for the Cell slot. Third question. If a project gets enough to win the auction, but all the tokens that bidders put in are for the first lease, how does it work? Do they need to stake for 3 months, then don't need to stake anymore? Sorry. Something is probably enough to win the auction, but all the tokens that the bidder put in are for the first lease. How does it work? If they locked on only one lease, it will be locked only on 3 months. Do they need to stake for 3 months, then don't need to stake anymore? Exactly. Just they will need to collect more scores. Okay. The next question from Sandbring. What's the relation between Depcache, the coworker, and KLVPN? The exact same people are involved. Yes, it's our pet project. So they have same team. By the way, the teams right now are splitting. It could take some more time, but the next year I believe we'll have a lot of different teams. I like it more when there are a lot of small teams. It helps us to prevent how to say it, corporate atmosphere. We want to try to keep the startup spirit. It's much more effective. That's why I prefer a lot of small teams. Next question from Byron 2301. To establish confidence for investors and remove all food. It's impossible to remove all food. Remember, when you see FOD, understand that somebody buys on deep. When you do panic sale, keep in mind that somebody purchased your tokens with big discount. A top 10 success listing needs to happen soon. Yes, we are working on this. Believe me, we do our best for this. This will also allow blah 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 to teams sell tokens, higher price. Yes, agreed. I do everything what I can. It's a long process. It's doesn't depends only from our efforts, and it goes well. I'm waiting for the last response, and I expect to. And after this last response, I could say yes or no, but I don't think that I will say no. I should say yes. Okay, moving to the next question. Semitexu93. Sorry if I have pronounced you wrong. Remember, it's not my native language. But I believe everybody noticed it. What plans does a team have to increase the longevity to the project and increase demand for the parachains and sell token? Sorry, don't understand your question. Please repeat it in chat. I'll try to answer really. Longevity of the project. Which project? Which one? Cellframe? It's it's super long project. Super long-term project. I have not seen such long-term projects before. Okay. Please, can you provide an insight into what future high-quality project will be participating in the auction? So far is only KLVPN. Look, because these projects that I have talked before, they are not ready, I don't want to disclose any more information, because if they will not prepare everything, it will be bad if you will wait for them and they will not do this. So will now be new insight. Next question. User with username 1. Please, it was a previous question from 1. Next, again from Trifecta 3131. Is it possible, Lucky, you can get a BSC sell farm liquidity pool going on Binance Smart Chain? How that the Uniswap pool have almost ended, or single-sided staking, even none of the above? We are thinking about this, but if they will be after mainnet release. First we need to release our native protocol, the test connection between BSC and Ethereum, and then think about it. Look, we have no more emission. All our circulation is related with services. We need to run the services. Should be a lot of services for the proper circulation. When will be circulation? We could make some kind of staking. Maybe it could be some kind of parachains. I invite everyone who want to make it but his own. So it could be a parachain with staking, with pair staking, or maybe single side staking. By the way, single side staking will make one but not based on BSC or Ethereum. It will base it on native protocols. For BSC, we'll think about it. Possible possible something, but after mainnet. And the last question from the list, it's user Masodium. Please clear uniform us which wallet is the team wallet and is this 100% under your control. It was a wallet I was talking about. It's not about 200% control. That holds 1,400,000 and with a little. But as I told before, I am strongly sure that it will not be touched on anything else than development. For me, it's strong red line. My red line still not crossed. No one. And last week were some events. Not only for me. Some part of our promo team have seen these events. And now we have almost no doubt. We almost have no doubts in this. Everything will be good and this development wallet will not be spent. By the way, all the rest is almost spent, so soon to the moon, I believe. Okay, that was prepared questions. Now let's see what interesting happened in chat. Okay, I'm opening it and rolling. What happens in chat? Okay. By the way, you could ask your questions right now. Dmitry, what do you think about Dmitry, what do you think about MA in cell and channel? You mean in our own channel? I prefer to make it in a video, but we couldn't make it in text variant. Maybe we'll do some more MAs in other crypto communities. We are discussing this. If you have some good proposals, please DM me. We could discuss it. Okay, where is this chat? Sorry, jumping. Okay, it's back. BSC marketing wallet is untouched for now. We touched it 3 times, as I remember. Last was a little more than a week ago. Next one will be soon. We touched it when we required it. Do you expect any roadmap delays or everything going as planned? There is small delay with testnet 2. Maybe will be a delay with penetration tests, but it also a little. Main release still is planned 24 December. Is there going to be good marketing with big influencers very soon? Yes, I had a call yesterday with one big YouTube influencer. It was amazing. An amazing meeting. I have talked with pleasure. As I could expect, he also liked it. Just when we are talking with a really big influencer, it's not fast to prepare. They need to investigate our project a lot, to dive inside it, then write scripts, send it to us, discuss it, then send back, record audio, send back again. Long process. We started it, but it's still in process. Soon will be really good content. You'll like it. Okay, then the questions. Can we have a office tour next week? That will be fun. Yes. Why not? On Monday we should get a case from our second part. We have 2 parts. First we have shown. The second part of our office we should obtain Monday. Also at Monday should come our tables, computers, chairs and something like this. And then we could make some kind of tour through this office. Where is source code? GitHub or GitLab? Everywhere. There is our primary repository is GitLab, gitlab.cellframe.net, but it also mirrored automatically on GitHub. So up to you. Select what you prefer. How many tokens is need for run a node? Still not definite. Around 10,000. It's approximation. We'll fix it when we'll see the sell price before mainnet launch. It could be different a lot. I have just said 10,000, but imagine that it will have price about 100. And this we plan it at least to have this price. You'll need about $1 million. Too much. By the way, to run your master node, you could you could have 0 tokens, 0 amount. You just bring up your node, pass some checks that you provide some services. So you pass proof of service. You provide proof of service, and if you have now your own stake, you could delegate it. You could borrow it from another holders, and this basement for single staking mechanism. Maybe we could talk about with more details. Okay, what else? Hello Chief, good to see you. Let's go. We are Cell, we are here. We are Cell. Nice to hear your support. Did we answer the phone to KuCoin this week? It was previous week. We have answered it now. I have missed it only one. I could lie about it, but I was honest. And it was only once. It's not usual for me, really. Just I was tired as hell. Now I'm not. I answer everything in time. I have schedule. So not problem with it. By the way, last call was really amazing. I liked it. Okay, let's see what we have else in the chat. Sir, you said huge marketing every week, but there is nothing by marketing team, believe me. A lot of job. You will see it. Just it takes time to prepare. Of course, if we pay for some small influencer or wannabe influencers or ever scammers, you will see materials on the next day. For sure. But if you want to make some serious video, you need a time. And all this week we are working on the videos, on text, articles and etc. Soon you will see it. Hi Dmitry, how far do you think we are from quantum computing? Not far. It's almost there. This year was few amazing news, by the way. About 2 weeks ago we passed one important thing. We got first logical qubit. What does it mean? It's qubit with error correction. So and we have a lot of success in time crystals that could be used as quantum memory. IBM reported that they did first real time crystal. So I expect we'll see quantum computers that will crack ESDSA signature maybe next year. It could happen. Maybe not next year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. By the way, not long time ago I was talking about 5 or 10 years, but every year this range reduces. It's not shifted right, it's shifted left. We have really amazing progress in quantum computing. So now I'm talking about few years. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe in this. Is there anyone else worthy to be on screen? Would love to see more of this team. We'll try and just we were 100% dedicated team, and only now we are collecting some part of the team together in office. Anyway, I will record some video with other team members. I will try to make it nearest time. Okay, about token I have answered. Hi Chief. Someone said 90% of tokens are in circulation, right? Where will you get token for exchange listing, staking, etc? For staking, it will be based on native protocols, and then it will be based on fee that stake delegation take from service providers. For exchange listing, it's based on other incomes, let's say so, some other incomes and marketing wallet. Your taxes will go on this. When Sub-Zero? Soon? Monday. Development projects. I have told about this before. How does proof of service work? You select what the services you are going to provide, place order in Cellframe Network, then this order will be checked by some kind of fishermen, so validator or sheriffs, could be different words. I prefer sheriffs. So sheriff will check, and if it works, he approves this, and you start to work. How much care is important on Cell ecosystem? It's the best VPN that I have seen before. It was used for cybersport. It has really low latency, so it's a perfect technology, and it's important to have such technology. So we love you. I love you too. Okay, when selling exchange, when a quantum when a quantum computer is built, is it too late already to switch to quantum encryption? How much time is needed for transition for other chains? There is difference between quantum encryption and post-quantum encryption. Post-quantum encryption we have already implemented. You could use it, and it's quantum proof. Quantum encryption, it's a perfect proof against anything, including quantum calculations, because there is no open exchange, there is no open key, there is no data for keys calculation, because all the keys are hidden inside. And just few days before, we told with guys that working with entropy providing services and with quantum encryption as well, and maybe they will have collaboration with us about this. And also we have in our protocols API for future quantum encryption, but we'll need it maybe not this decade. On this decade, or maybe on more time, it will be enough post-quantum encryption. Maybe it will be enough for next 100 year. I don't know. It all depends. It all depends. Okay. I believe it was all the most important questions that I have seen. It was really good questions. All questions. From the prepared list and from the chat. I liked it very much. It was nice to talk with you. I believe you also liked it. Anyway, the next AMA will be same time, but maybe in another place. Oh, so that's all. Thank you for everyone who asked, who looked, for all the community, for all who view, for all viewers. Bye.